Wild card weekend. We got the number 5 Los Angeles Chargers going against the number 4 Houston Texans. Now the Los Angeles Chargers are a 3-point favorite on the road. Now Houston won last week. Chargers won last week.
Yep.
Chargers have been on fire. Now the Houston Texans are struggling a little bit.
Yep.
They are the underdog. Now, what concerns me about the Houston Texans is their chalked game scripts that they've been giving Joe Mixon. I mean, just chalked game scripts. They need to get back to running the ball. Realize, hey, wait a minute. We traded for Joe Mixon. He was doing work for us at the beginning of the year. Maybe we should try to give him more than 14 carries. Maybe we should go back to giving him 19, 20.
25.
You know what I mean? And the offensive line has to play better. C.J. Stroud has to make better decisions, especially not having Tank Dell that's been out, and then Stephon Diggs, of course. So guys like Deontay Johnson, who they traded for, is going to have to step up. Nico Collins is going to get his. But even though Nico Collins really hasn't been much of a factor.
He hasn't had
a 100-yard game since what? It's been a minute.
It's definitely been a minute.
But for them to win this game, they're definitely going to have to get him involved. The offensive line is going to have to protect C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud's going to have to make better decisions, and they're going to have to be able to run the ball. The offensive coordinator cannot give Joe Mixon chalked game scripts because you're going to lose. Now, what the Chargers have to do is they have to make C.J. Stroud uncomfortable. Justin Herbert has to keep playing good. Quentin Johnson has to catch the ball.
He did last time.
He has been playing better, but that was the Raiders, though. But he has to play good. He can't be dropping passes. Ladd McConkey is going to show up. He's going to do his. Disley's got to get involved. And the run game needs to show up for the Chargers. It's been highly inconsistent at the beginning of the year. It started off strong, and then it's kind of been a roller coaster. So
that's what they got. That's what they got Zeke.
I know, but Zeke didn't do anything with the Cowboys.
True.
But ultimately, it's going to come down to time of possession and who makes the less mistakes and who has a better game plan. And in this game, I'm picking the Los Angeles Chargers.
What?
Yes, it's a new team, but I like Harbaugh. I don't think Harbaugh is going to go out like this. I don't think he's ever been one and done. Like I don't think he's ever lost the first round in the playoffs. Has he?
Ooh.
I don't think so.
You got faith in him?
Yeah. So Seth is going for the Chargers.
I got money on the Chargers too.
I'm going for the Chargers.
I got Chargers money line.
CJ. No, I'm going Chargers too.
Yeah, you want to say CJ?
What's
wrong with CJ?
He's not showing up.
You think so?
He's not showing up.
I got Chargers over. I got Chargers over.
What you think is wrong with him? This is like the sophomore wall.
Yep, sophomore slump, and
Chargers
he been slumping.
-3 and money line.
Ooh, hold on. I don't even know if I want to bet for CJ because like I just said, like everything you just sat there and said.
Chargers are hot, and
like,
the Texans is not.
Well, I mean, on paper, the Texans are a better team because of Joe Mixon is a better running back.
Talent-wise.
Now, wide receiver-wise, that's debatable because I understand that Nico Collins had over 1,000 yards last year, but McConkey had over 1,000 yards this year.
Johnson had 186 last game.
Yeah, but that's against the
just the Raiders, though. The Raiders really wasn't.
I hear you. But ultimately, who would you rather have, Collins or Ladd?
Ladd.
Yep.
Look. Nico Collins is a good
No.
receiver.
No. I mean,
but I think
Laddie.
that I got into some debates with some people.
Is he just good?
No, here's the thing. I got into debates with some Texans fans because, Nico Collins had like 960 yards, and yes, he missed it. But it's like, dude, I can name you 3 receivers that are better than him that are rookies.
Who?
Neighbors. McConaughey, and Brian Thomas Jr.
True.
And all of them will go, you're hating. But anyways, I think ultimately the Chargers have better coaching, better quarterback play. Nico Collins is probably going to have a big day.
He has no choice. He's
Joe
the only one
Mixon,
left.
I think, is probably going to have 60, 70 yards. He's going to have a better day on the ground.
True.
But ultimately, C.J. Stroud's going to do some costly turnovers.
Yep.
And I just think Harbaugh is going to have his team ready to play.
I think he sold me.
I just think that
You're
Harbaugh.
You're going to do the same?
No, but here's the thing, Kodak. I think that Harbaugh It's just I don't know. He's just gonna have his team ready.
I can see that.
Even though it's his first time coaching the Chargers, and Herbert has not been in the playoffs in what?
He's ready for
2
the big
years?
game.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
He's ready.
The Chargers ain't gonna collapse like they used to collapse.
Yeah, you can put me down for the Chargers, then, man. You can put
Jumping
me
on the bandwagon.
You want to bet on the points? What's the how many?
No, I got the Chargers -3
-3,
and straight up.
so that means they got the
But
Chargers
if
gonna
you're
win more
picking
than
the
3.
Chargers, then why don't you just ride with the Chargers?
Well, I was
But if
trying to
you're
bet on every
confident in the
game.
Texans,
No, if you're picking the
you don't
same,
do
no.
that. That's how you lose money, Kodak.
Man. Okay, so I guess we all going to
Trust
charge
your
this
gut,
game. But
trust your
before
gut.
we
What do you
move
really
on,
think?
I need to know the prize picks, man. You're giving us all these
So,
facts. Let us know what you're going with
the
for
only
the
guy-
Chargers and the Chargers side first.
I'm gonna take Justin Herbert's maybe rushing attempts. I don't know
Okay.
what they're at, but I'd probably take his rushing attempts if they're reasonable. If it's more than like 5, I probably wouldn't take it. I'm gonna take Ladd's receptions over 5.5. I'm not touching J.K. Dobbins. I'm fading the Chargers run game. I just like Herbert.
Okay.
Either touchdown passes, yards, and then McConaughey's receptions, or Herbert's rushing attempts, and then Texans. I would take.
For Herbert, they got the lowest they going is 18.5 rushing yards for Herbert.
Oh yeah,
Taking it.
I'm
Nuke
taking
it?
it.
Ooh, okay.
I would take it, and then I will take Nico Collins.
Okay.
Receiving yards.
83.5. You're going higher and lower than 83.5 on the receiving yard. Higher?
Higher.
Did you make it higher?
Higher.
What? For
And
real?
then I would probably take C.J. Stroud.
230.5 passing yards. Is that what you're doing?
I'm
Are you going to
fading
do
it.
his
I'm not touching it.
touchdowns, or are you going to do his passing attempts? I'll try passing attempts? Passing attempts, 33.5. Yeah, less than that. I see less for 33.5.
I'm not touching that.
Too risky?
I wouldn't touch it. I would just touch Nico Collins,
Okay.
receiving yards,
Uh-huh.
and then Ladd, and then Herbert. I'm not touching C.J. Stroud.
What about on the Texan side?
That is on the Texan side.
Oh, Nico Collins tripping.
And
All right.
then what's Joe Mixon's rushing attempts?
Joe Mixon's rushing attempts for this game is
Mixon's been letting me down, man.
well, the lowest
He
they
had rush yards.
letting you go is 49.5. 49.5 is the lowest. Green Goblin.
And then what about his rushing attempts? What's his rushing attempts?
His rushing attempts is 18. And 15 for Dobbins.
I think I would take it. I would.
Goes rushing. Goes.
But if he doesn't hit it, then he's banned.
He's gonna get
Straight
banned.
up.
Oh Lord, he's gonna get banned.
He's
But
gonna get banned.
that's what we got for this first game. Man, we all going Chargers, man. We don't believe in CJ and the Texans, man. Good luck next year.